Good evening, everyone. This is Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust Latur MS India organizing daily international webinar series. In this series, speakers are invited from India and abroad. Speakers are delivering their topics as per their expertise and field of research. Today on 23rd May, we have invited Dr. Avantika Raina Madam, who is Associate Professor and Program Officer of NHS VIPS TC, Vivekananda School of Business Studies, VSBS, New Delhi. The topic is work-life balance in the modern era. I welcome you, ma'am, from my organization and from all the participants, those who are joined here.
Thank you so much, sir.
And I request and invite you to deliver the topic as per the subject work-life balance and the modern era. Thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction. And also the fact that I've been able to contribute to your charitable trust through this particular lecture. And I think I've chosen this particular topic because of the fact that probably this is the most important topic these days. We've been seeing the rise in the issues. Just a second, sir. I think there's some problem. My camera has. I'll just join again, sir. Just give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, now I'm able to. Are you able to see me, sir?
Not, ma'am, not.
Okay, that's not an issue. That's perfectly okay. I'll just see. Yes, now it is working. Okay.
You can continue. Oh, no problem.
So I think this is the most important topic these days, looking at the kind of scenario we've been facing, the recent news of spree of suicides or dowry deaths or whatever we want to say them. So probably this work-life balance also plays a very important role in matters which are related to society, whether it is a dowry debt or it is a suicide, because we would really not want to talk about it because the matter still is sub judice, right? So the reason is that because most of us are working and the work has become such a humongous task these days that we're not able to balance between the work and the life, the personal life, right? So I'll just share my PPT with you and we'll start with it. I hope everybody is able to see the PPT. Is that sir? Is the PPT clear?
Yes.
Okay. So as we're talking about this particular area of work-life balance, just a second. Okay. So let's try and understand that when we say work-life balance, what are we trying to probably say with this particular pattern? So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is the modern professional life, right? Because work-life balance is a part of that modern professional life. Now, when we talk about work-life balance, we mean that the ability of a person to manage the professional responsibilities along with the personal life, which includes your family, your health, your time to relax, your hobbies, your passions which you want to pursue other than your jobs, your peer groups, probably your children and everything else, right? Which is apart from your work. So earlier, work and home life were very separate from each other because of this advent of technology. It is we are not able to separate it. So people used to have the office and mentally disconnect from work when they used to reach back home. But now, if we look at today's scenario, because of the use of smartphones, laptops, and the other internet, the modern technologies or the internet, we have entered our homes, and which has entered our homes and personal life. We are not able to make a boundary between the two of them. Let's take an example. For example, imagine a manager is having dinner with his family, but suddenly replying to office emails and attending a Zoom call. So probably we all must have seen this scenario at our places, or probably we might have been the hero of such a situation at our own homes, right? So this shows how the boundaries between work and personal life are slowly disappearing and fading, right? So probably this is one of the most important and the biggest reason of a imbalance between your work and life. Another example we can take is of during the COVID-19 time. So many people started working from home. Probably 80% of people who were working, 80 of them were working from home. Initially it looked very comfortable, right? So we were happy that we are at home, we don't have to get up early, take a bath, go to the office, dress up ourselves, take tiffins. So that made us very comfortable for initial 1 month. Slowly people started realizing that office even they were attending meetings and replying on emails, and were not, probably physically they were present, but mentally they were still in the office, right? So in today's lecture we'll try and understand how work culture changes face, and what individuals and organizations can do to maintain this particular balance, right? Now let's talk about the blurring boundaries how the boundaries of between work and personal lives have started becoming very degenerative, right? In earlier times, employees had a fixed office hour, 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever the schedule used to be, right? Once they came back home, their personal life started. So we had family time, we had dinner time, we had time to go to market, probably listen to our kids, what had happened in the whole day with them, right? But today technology has made people constantly connected to each other. So probably even at night, if your phone rings, you'll get up and say hello. Yes, what is it? I'll okay, I'll just send the mail, right? So many employees now check emails even before sleep, even before they've got up in the morning, even if they're rubbing their eyes, and connecting to calls during vacations or during weekends, right? Probably it's just an example hypothetically. So if we look at ourselves, right, when we are discussing it on a weekend, so you can just see that how we have not been able to categorize our work per personal life and a professional life, right? So let's take an example of an IT employee. So he's working from home and may continue working till late night because there is no physical separation between office and home. So it's like small office, home office, right? Soho. We have been listening to this concept from the past, I think now 15, 20 years now. So now this Soho has become a part of our life. So we are not able to distinguish between whether we are still in office or we are at home. So because we are already connected to the office 24 into 7. So this creates a lot of stress in the minds of the people, and the mind never gets a proper rest or relaxation. So people feel they are always on duty. For example, imagine a school teacher preparing online lectures even after official working hours are over with that particular person. So she keeps on checking student messages, parents' queries, because of the WhatsApp group that had been created, and slowly her personal time is disappearing because of all these things. So that is why maintaining a clear boundary between your work and your professional life becomes very important for each of us, right? So many individuals now, if you look at them, you'll see that they are not able to probably take time for their family because of this constant presence in the office, even when they're not in the office, right? Okay. Now, this is not only because of the advent of um, more work, it is also because of the fact that now work has transformed. It is not only work from office, it is constantly connect because of the fact that we are connected to the office, right? So if we look at this, work culture had transformed over these all years. So the biggest change came after the pandemic, when remote work and hybrid work became the common thing in every household. Earlier, people traveled to offices daily, but now many employees work from home or follow hybrid schedules as given to them by their offices. This has advantages because people save time of traveling, get flexibility according to the time which suits them, and also save on energy and fuels. But at the same time, uh, work often extends beyond the office hours because of the fact that we have enough luxuries to stay at home and work, right? So you pay for that particular price. Another important issue of the WhatsApps, the emails, and the work apps, which have been created by the organization to keep a constant check on the employee. And the employees expected to respond quickly to all these things. So if it's a WhatsApp, you were online, so why did you not respond it? Right? So that has become a problem with this connectivity. So people also check you that you were online, so why did you not respond it? Right? So that has become a problem with this connectivity. So as we say that every situation or every technology or everything which is new, right, or every thing which is there has its pros and cons. So connectivity has probably made our life easier, but it has also made our life very imbalanced, right? So, a very common example for this is the IT professionals who are working from home. Earlier, office timing ended at 6 p.m., but now many employees continue working till late night because there is no physical separation, right? Probably I can say it for ourselves also as teachers. If we remember the COVID and the pandemic time, we saw that we used to work at home, do all the household chores, and then we used to work for the office. Then we used to again work for do all the household chores, and again the office continued till late hours. So it is not true only about the IT professionals, it is also true about the non-IT professionals as well, right? Now, why does this balance matter? So employees experience less stress, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. So I'll not say the more you spend time, the more you are relaxed, but there should be a, a good chunk of time that you spend with your family, friends, peers, or doing activities which are not related to your work. Secondly, is your physical health. So you should have proper nutrition, adequate sleep, time to exercise, move out, not out in the sense that you're just sitting in a room and doing work and in front of the laptop or the computer. Move out means that you are in constant touch with the nature also, right? Third is enhanced productivity. So probably research has also proven that a relaxed and healthy employee performs better than a stressed employee. That we all know. So the easiest example I'll say is to look at the school children. So when we say that, it is not it's more like that all work makes you a dull child. So similar thing is also applicable to employees. So all work makes you a less efficient employee and not a good efficient employee. So we should be able to distinguish between a hardworking and a smart employee. So a smart employee is somebody who is able to distribute his or her time efficiently and equally, both to the personal life and to the professional life. Now, let us discuss the major challenges that the employees face today. So, the first challenge is overload, work overload, right? So, employees often handle multiple tasks, work on deadlines, and the office has a high expectation from all of them. So, this makes their work loaded with all these multiple responsibilities, which create a constant pressure on the employee. The second is the always on culture. So we call it as AOC. So because of the constant touch with connectivity, you are expected to reply instantly, right? You are expected to be there, present 24 into 7. So, in many workplaces, because of the use of smartphones and digital platforms, people feel pressured to remain available all the time. The third is the competitive pressure. So, in many workplaces, employees also feel that if they disconnect from work, they may appear as less dedicated. And at times, also, employees who are very ambitious in nature will also have that FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. Oh, if I've switched my phone, I don't know what will happen. There will be a new meeting, I'll miss on the deadlines. There will be a new project, probably I'll not get into that project, right? So it is not only one sided that the organization is only to blame, it is also the employee who is also to blame because of the constant desire to prove himself or herself, right? So let's take an example that many employees reply to office messages on weekends because they fear negative evaluation from their managers, right? And also because of the fact that they think that probably if they don't message, they'll miss out on something which is important, which will help them to prove themselves in the office, right? So this constant pressure affects both their personal happiness as well as their mental peace. Now, what is the cost of this imbalance which the employees pay? So let's try to understand that what are the consequences of this poor work life balance. The first impact is the mental exhaustion, right? um, Continuous pressure can always lead to stress, burnout, being anxious, and under depression, right? Secondly, there will, because of this mental exhaustion, you'll also have a decline in your physical abilities. So people may suffer from headaches, fatigue, sleep disorders, and weaker immunity system. So probably if we take a look at ourselves, we might be able to find at least 50% of these symptoms in ourselves also, right? Uh, Third is your strain on your relationship. So when you are mentally and physically exhausted, right, it will always reflect in the kind of relationship you share with people around you, right? So when individuals spend too much time working, they may also neglect their family, friends, and their well-wishers. So parents who are working continuously may miss on important family events or are not able to spend quality time with their children, right? I think we can take a real life example here, which is of the frontline workers or the health workers during the pandemic time. Doctors and nurses who had worked continuously and vigorously for long hours, leading to emotional exhaustion and stress, right? So, in fact, many multinational companies have noticed that high employee turnover because workers leave jobs due to stress and unhealthy work culture, right? Now we have seen what does imbalance means, what are the reasons for it, what all are the effects of these imbalances. So coming to the next thing, that what are the strategies for individuals to overcome these imbalances. So what we can do on our individual self, right? So first thing is to set clear boundaries, right? So, for example, deciding not to answer office emails after 8 p.m. So, avoid work related tasks after a fixed time so that you're able to protect your personal hours, which is only for your own self and not for office. Secondly, effective time management. So we have to prioritize important tasks and reduce unnecessary stress. So when we say to our students that you need to prioritize things, so it also implies on our own self, right? Third is to take regular breaks. So engage in hobbies and rest periods which enhance your mental well-being, right? So some people keep their phones away during their meal times, before sleeping, so that so that they reduce on stress and improve communication with their family members, right? So these small little habits can greatly improve the overall well-being of employees altogether. Now, this not only implies to employees, this also implies to organizations. So they must lead with by example, right? So work-life balance is not only the responsibility of an employee. Organizations must also create that supportive work environment where we are able to maintain this particular balance. So companies can implement flexible working hours, encourage employees to take leave, provide wellness programs, and promote a healthy culture, so that we are able to probably direct ourselves to maintaining this work life balance. So if you look at companies like Google and Microsoft, they've introduced employee wellness initiatives and flexible working policies. So as a result, employee satisfaction and productivity has improved sufficiently in these particular organizations, right? So organizations that care for employee well-being often achieve better results in long term. Now let's come to technology, which we have talked about, right? And which probably we have said that this is the main culprit of an imbalance work life, right? But it's kind of a double-edged sword. So technology plays both a positive and negative role in your work life balance. On the positive side, it enables remote work, fast communication, and flexible schedules. For example, video conference app allows employees to connect and work everywhere. So we are a live example of it. But on the negative side, technology also increase the dependency and constant connectivity, right? So employees feel pressured to remain online all the time. So the real solution is not avoiding technology completely, but using it mindfully in a controlled manner, right? So we have to use it for our benefit, but also see to the fact that this benefit is not overpowering our own happiness in terms of our work life balance. So now coming to the key takeaways. So to conclude, work life balance has become very essential in this particular modern era. It is important not only for mental and physical health of the employees, but also important from the productivity viewpoint, and also strong personal relationships. Achieving balance not only requires conscious effort from both the employee and the organization, but as well as the support from your family members also. Any balance does not mean that we are giving equal time to everything. It also means we are prioritizing what truly matters at that particular time. So there can be times when the office work is important. There can be times when your personal work is important. So you would have to prioritize and choose which is important at what time. So, a balanced person is generally healthier, happier, and more productive and more satisfied in life. So, it's not always that if we are doing office work, we are having an imbalanced work personal life. So, we would have to prioritize and check, right? That's the most important thing to maintain the work life balance for any given situation or any employee in the organization. Okay, I think I've already concluded this particular session. So, in case anybody has a question, they can always ask me.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative and useful speech. Because nowadays, because of our busy schedule due to our office work, there should be a need of work-life balance. and with examples you have explained all these things. Thank you, ma'am. Now I
It,
request, yes, now I request other participants, they can unmute and discuss with the speaker.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to. Probably there's some problem with the camera, but let me
No,
see.
no problem of camera, no problem, ma'am. You can try. Participants are requested to unmute themselves and they can discuss with our speaker. Feedback link is available in the chat box. All participants are requested to fill the feedback link and discuss with our speaker.
I've joined through my phone, so now I'm able to see that I'm present through the camera. So in case anybody has a question, so you can always put it in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and ask the question. I think most of us have the answers already because this is a personal problem we are all are facing, right?
Participants are requested to fill the feedback link and they can discuss with our speaker on today's topic.
So I think we can end the meeting, sir. Oh, okay. Dr. Swanan Shukla has raised hand. Yes, sir. Please tell me.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good
Please tell
evening,
me.
Dr. BETKAR, sir, Principal, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. My concern is nowadays we are so busy. We are not giving, our close relatives, yes, we are visiting. But, there was a time, maybe 2 decades back, where we were, reaching to our cousins and we were, talking with them. We were staying with them. Nowadays, in a marriage also, people are coming for just 2 days, even they are very close relatives, and then they disappear. Everyone is so busy. So, how to maintain this kind of relationships?
I think we can always take out time for celebrating not big occasions but small occasions with each other. So maybe just a visit to them without any reason can be one of the things we can do, right? So if we keep looking out for reasons to go and meet them, we might not find them very important to us, right? So that's the reason we are probably not able to spend time as we used to spend probably 2 decades back. Also the fact that we should be in constant touch with each of them, not only at the point when there is a function or an occasion in the family. So that is very important, and the most important thing is the value system we put into our younger generation. So if we as parents tell them that individual is more important than family, then we are wrong. So we need to make a balance also at the front, where we tell that being taking time for yourself is as important as taking time for your family, right? So probably I think these are few things which probably we can do for our own self, and maybe we are just beginning to go back to that decade again.
Yeah, because I remember we used to play cricket and so many things in my childhood, and we were having a very natural relationship. But nowadays, we are having a very artificial and what we can call it as a,
Superficial.
just
It's
a
not artificial.
formal,
It is
formal.
It is a
Formal relationship.
yes,
Okay.
it is superficial, virtual relationship.
How are you and how is everything? That's it. These are the only two questions we ask. All right.
Yes,
So I think, we should balance this also, because nowadays we are giving more time for the occupation and ours, even for ourselves also, we are getting less time, the family members getting less time. So we should take out the time. I usually, tell my patients to go, for the family walk. Not only walk, but family walk. Take your spouse with you, or maybe the children with you, and then have a walk. So at least, you will have a conversation and don't carry mobile with you.
yes.
So
I
that is
think that
how we are going.
probably if we, let's say, people might not have that time to go on family walks, they can at least have either a lunch or a dinner with all the family together. At least we can make that time,
Yeah.
because that's something which is in the personal household only.
Yeah, even you during lunch and dinner also, everyone is having their head down in the mobile, and what they are eating, they are not getting the
So we need
the taste also.
we need one strict person at home who says that keep your mobile and come to the dining table. That's how we'll have dinner.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Really appreciable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sir, discussing with our speaker. And we also discussed the today's point with our speaker. Thank you, ma'am. Yesterday,
Thank you
I
so
have
much.
invited her to deliver the talk, and within one day, she have prepared. I'm very much thankful, ma'am. Because of this only, there was no break in our series, because this series is running from last 5 years. We don't expect any break. So at that time, speakers support us, and you are one of those. Thank you, ma'am. In
Thank you.
future
It was
also, you
my
will.
pleasure. The pleasure was all mine to speak on such a wonderful topic, which is probably close to all of us.
Ma'am, in future also, you will be here as a
Sure,
speaker
sure.
on
I'll
different
be
topic.
in touch with you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir. Bye.